Good afternoon. My name is Norio Hayakawa from Albuquerque, New Mexico. And today I have a special guest by the name of Juergen Hess. And I've known him for quite some time. And we're friends on Facebook. But I just learned that he actually lives in Arizona, near Sedona, in Cottonwood, Arizona, and I'm so happy that he agreed to this interview. And so we'll start asking some questions to my friend Juergen Hess.
Thank you, Norio.
Hello, Juergen.
Hello.
It's so great to see you here.
Yes.
In Albuquerque, and you came all the way from Sedona area to attend this very fascinating conference on called the Tesla Tech Conference.
Which is Nikola, not Elon.
That's right. That's right.
Yes, yeah.
That's right. Nikola Tesla, a tremendous person.
Absolutely.
Very important.
Yeah.
In a person. And so anyway, Juergen, I understand you've been researching this topic of ufologies or UFOs in general, and so at this time, what is your opinion on this strange phenomena known as a UFO phenomena? What is your concept?
Right. I like to say it as a concept because I'm not trying to form an opinion. I think opinions are very personal, and I took a different approach. I took the approach of going into the field, trying to study them by seeing them and experiencing them, and letting my encounters and evidence paint a picture like puzzle pieces. If I collect enough puzzle pieces, suddenly something will start to show itself. And it's all John Lear's fault that I'm doing this, and you for that fact. When I was younger and John was nice enough to take me under his wing and accepted me as a good friend of his and became a mentor to me. And it's the stories John told me that convinced me to go into the field. He told me, you can't sit at home. You can't just read about it. If you want to know, you need to go out and do it. And he would tell me the stories of you going out to S4 because you were curious and you did the legwork to go out and see it for yourself. And I finally decided to do that on my own, and I didn't expect anything. And I got quite a bit. And the weird thing was, the more trips I made to the Sedona area, the greater the experiences became. I would make a trip. The first trip I got to see a bunch of strange craft flying around in the sky. I went back again thinking, there's no way I'll see more than I did. And I would see more this time. They would come in lower, flashing lights, putting on a, I would say, giving us a show, showing off. And it was when I moved there, my intent was to see if I was there more often, would the phenomena get familiar with me and let the encounters grow even further. So I made the commitment, which was difficult to do. I had to give up the entire life I had. I was 43 when I moved out there. I had to give up the career I was in and all my friends and pack up a car and move to a small mountain town where I didn't know anyone. You have to find work and a place to live and all those challenges, but the few experiences I had in my trips there, I was dedicated enough to put forth that effort, and I'm so grateful I did. I would say the best footage evidence so far, aside from pictures, are videos that I'm getting of me filming through military night vision. And when I have a craft and I'm filming it, and out loud, I ask the craft if it can answer questions by discharging big flashes of light for yes. And I'll start asking them questions, and these things are answering questions now. Where originally you could see them, but now it seemed like they were actually interacting. And I don't think that they are aliens from another planet that saw Earth and decided to fly here and investigate. One of the reasons that doesn't make sense to me is, let's say the planet they came from is 100,000 light years away. If they were looking at Earth, they would see Earth 100,000 years ago, because light needed to travel that way. So if they saw Earth, they wouldn't see human technology here, and there wouldn't be a reason for them to come. So the concept that there were aliens that evolved on their own coming to study us never seemed to fit the picture of the experiences I was having.
Wow, that's interesting.
And how many of the craft were becoming visible didn't support that concept either. And then it gets strange when you start having interactions with the beings on the craft. And I don't talk as much about that because I really, when I present and put evidence out, I try to talk mainly about the evidence I've collected and just let people form their own opinions off of what I've collected. But you're an old friend, and you know, the concept that I'm under right now, and this could change. One of the things John Lear taught me is let new experiences shape your perspective. So right now it seems that all of us are a soul inhabiting a body, and we do this many times. And over these different several incarnations we have, we eventually start to pick up insecurities and flaws, kind of like inclusions in a diamond. And then we get to this point where those inclusions within our diamond prevent us from existing the way we want to exist.
I see.
And when that happens, we're not punished, but we're given a chance to get rid of those things. And what it seems like is we make that decision. We want to better ourselves. And we're, for lack of a better term, I use the phrase a soul contract. The contract is just higher level beings present us with an opportunity. They say, okay, you have these in particular things you need to work on. We've set out a pathway for you to go through that will let you get over these. And it's always through adversity. It's never a fun thing. It's a humbling experience. It's something that if you ignore, you just have to try again next time.
Wow, this is very fascinating, and we're here with Juergen Hess, who, just like me, I like his approach because he takes like a metaphysical approach to understanding this strange but real phenomenon, the UFO phenomenon. And he mentioned that, well, actually, even now, there's something going on near or in Sedona, even now.
Yes, absolutely right. And, you know, one of the reasons I've collected all my evidence and put together a dissertation on the subject, which was approved and earned my PhD in metaphysical science.
That's amazing.
Specializing in anomalous research. And, you know, part of that dissertation is talking about our souls. And, you know, once we agree that we want to better ourselves and we sign that soul contract, enter Earth. and Earth comes with amnesia, and immediately we don't know why we're here or what we're doing. But if we have faith to just keep putting effort in, we will follow the path we were designed to go through, with the end goal being graduating this lower level of existence and going back up to where we used to be. And so I think these craft, they house beings that have already graduated Earth. And there are guardians and our cheerleaders and the ones that are encouraging us to keep putting effort in. And around Sedona, there's a lot of talk of portals existing, you know, and things like that. And if, you know, if you, I take what Bob Lazar said about the engine on these craft seriously, and the way Bob described how the craft operate is they manipulate gravity, and instead of flying through space, they are grabbing the point they want, pulling it, and transporting back, right? To me, that is a portal or a wormhole. So currently, to me, I understand the UFO craft to be a portal generator at the engine with a room around it to house occupants and things. And so that's what I've gathered to this point, that these higher level beings have taxi cabs that they use to come down to 3D land, and they stay behind the scenes but to help push us along and to guide us. And that would be why there's so many, because there are 8 billion plus souls on Earth, and all of us are confused. Can you imagine the size of the infrastructure needed to run a project of 8 billion moving parts? It would have to be a massive amount of infrastructure. And when you're out in Sedona, if there are no clouds in the sky, you will see these craft every night, all the time. And to me, I had to figure out, well, how can that be? How are there so many? There can't be aliens from another planet if there's this many. I have videos where within a 5-minute span, I've captured 10, 11 craft independently flying around. And I use satellite trackers, and I bring people out that have more tech than I do, let them run their scanners and everything, so we know they're not airplanes, they're not satellites, they're nothing registered. And satellites can't make maneuvers and discharge plasma. These things seem to discharge clouds of plasma when they come in and out. And I'll be sure to send you footage and pictures that you can include. And yeah, you know, I hope to have more encounters that can develop the story a little further without me jumping to conclusions too much like you haven't done. Yeah.
Excellent. And this is what I like about Juergen Hess. I believe he's very well founded, and you know, he has both of his feet on the ground, yet he's open enough to adventure into the world of the unknown. That's the expression that I can use. And you know, we're living in this age, and especially this moment, where we're slowly beginning to understand part of the mystery of the universe. And so anyway, thank you so much, Juergen, for just talking with me, and God bless you, and may you continue your amazing research.
Thank you very much, Norio.
This is Norio Hayakawa in Albuquerque, New Mexico.